So if you are learning Python from the beginning, this is the first chapter you have to study, that is Introduction to Python. So we are learning Python programming language. So Python, what comes in your mind by the word Python? Is it a snake? If you go for the logo, see two snakes are there, but is there any connection with snake? There is no such meaningful connection with the snake, but there is a funny story behind it. So first of all, let me tell you who invented Python. So in Netherlands, this scientist Guido van Rossum invented Python. Now, in the year of 1991, Python was released, but it started developing from 1989. Now, you will be asking, like, there will be lots of programming language, lots of traditional or fundamental programming language, it's already there in the market. Now, being the presence of those programming language, why we need Python at that moment? So this traditional programming language like C++, Java, those type of programming languages are very much like complex in syntax. Like, why you need a programming language? You need to communicate with the machine, right? As a human being, you need to communicate with the machine, that is why you need a programming language. But if it is having so many complex syntax, for that case you need to go for any simpler version of any programming language which is having very simple syntax. So for the sake of very simple syntax, Guido van Rossum first introduced Python. So, what is the motto or what is the mindset behind developing Python? Is like these are all the programming language having those very complex syntax. So, those are actually limited to expert. That time you need to be a very techie person or a very expert to write a program to work with technology. You need to learn about very complex technique or complex syntaxes. Whereas for this Python programming language, like the main motive to develop this Python is actually it should be for all. Okay, so it will be for all, not for the expert only. Like this type of programming language should be accessible by everyone. And let me tell you, like Python is a very easy programming language. Like this much easy that anyone can write. So it is very close to English language. So you can say it as a high level programming language. Like Python is high level programming language. And nowadays, you must be observing that Python is leading the entire market. How? By the era, like by in the era of AI, artificial intelligence, fully powered by Python, even machine learning, deep learning, everywhere, all the libraries like in AI, LangChain, LangGraph, or in ML, scikit-learn, deep learning, in deep learning, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, and even in the development, some frameworks like Django, Flask, even in the testing, even in software testing, Python Selenium. So in this different domain, Python is actually leading the market. So it is very versatile. So it is a general purpose now. It's a general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language means it is covering each and every domain. It's a most scientific programming language you are learning today. So, like in terms of data analysis, where data is generated everywhere, using Python, you can do the data analysis, you can yield meaningful insights. So, that is how it is general purpose programming language. Now, the question is why this name Python? Like, how Guido van Rossum named a programming language after a snake. So there is a very funny story about a show, a TV show was there in that era. The name was Montes Python Flying Circus. Now, from this name, Guido van Rossum named after this programming language because it was his favorite TV show. So, from this name Python, he just casually named after it. So, that is the main motto. Now, today, how much Python is sufficient for the technology, for the upcoming or the booming technology? How much it is efficient? So now it is a programming language, though it is actually helping to learn about this leading technology like AI, even the NLP, transformers, each and every difficult technology. But if you say the programming language, it is very easy to learn. Easy to learn because this is high level programming language. High level in the sense, l- like there are three types of programming language. One is low level, means which is very close to machine language means zeros and ones. Now there is one high level programming language also like Python. High level programming means which is very close to English. You don't have to think so much in syntax, it's very easy, so like Python. And even there is also mid level programming languages. Now, as because this is high level programming language, it's very easy to learn. Now here, if you execute a code, here we, like, Python use interpreter is used, so it is interpreted programming language. Like Python is used, or Python code is executed line by line execution is done. Like whenever you give a program to the machine need a controller to execute. Now let's suppose you are giving 5 lines of code. Now machine what will do, machine will execute each and every line. Now it can do all at once or line by line. If it is all at once, then it is actually called the compiler based programming. Now here Python is actually doing line by line execution, so that is why it is actually interpreted programming language. Now, as because it is interpreted programming language, we can also say it is a scripting language. It is also called what? Scripting language. And what is the big thing about Python? How it is actually going like a general purpose programming language because of the too much diversity in the library function. It is having a huge amount of library function. Some libraries I already have given some examples like TensorFlow, Keras, NumPy, Panda, Matplotlib. So huge amount of library function present in Python. So that is how it is now general purpose. In each and every domain now Python is actually leading. And you will be seeing that whenever we will be going for Python installation, it is fully platform independent. Like whatever OS you are using, either you are using Windows or iOS or Linux, it is fully platform independent. So it's very easy to install. You don't have to install anything extra for different windows. It can support each and every system. It will not you will be facing no problem while installing Python. It's that much easy, just a small file you need to install. If you are a beginner, for you I'm telling, and those who have already installed Python, they know how much easy it is. And it is also open source. Now, open source in the sense what? do you mean by open source? Open source programming language means you don't need to pay. Python will not charge anything for downloading. That is the one case. But another thing is, which is the best part, that this library function, how this library function is too much huge. Like Guido van Rossum still working on it. Even you also can contribute in Python library. So it is open source in the sense it is open to contribute also. Like you can contribute in the Python library. You have to be like just a Python developer to contribute in Python library. And that is how Python library functions. Like it is now Python library is booming, or it is increasing day by day. Like approximately it is having 8 plus crores of library function in Python. How it is that much increasing? Because of the contribution over the world of Python developers. So that much open source it is. If you want, you can also contribute in the library function. That is how it is open source, and even its source code also present or available in the web. If you want, you can like you can make a replica of this Python programming language. Okay. And the best part of Python, that thing I'm going to say, which is very very important, listen everything carefully, that the best part is python supports Python supports multi-paradigm. Python supports multi-paradigm. Now, what is this multi-paradigm? This is the main question. Multi-paradigm means multi-paradigm in the sense there are three types of approaches it is meant by. So, the first approach is procedural programming. Procedural. Next is functional, and lastly it is oops, object oriented programming. Now Python actually supports each and every approaches. Like you will be seeing some programming language which is properly procedural or properly functional or oops. What do you mean by that? Function procedural means you can write loops. Functional means you can write functions, and oops means you can introduce class and object. Now class and object concept it is there. Now if I give you some example of pure oops is Java is a programming language which is following pure oops, whereas functional procedural you can say C program it is there. But Python as a programming language, it is supporting multi paradigm. Means Python is procedural also, Python is functional also, and even Python is object oriented. Better to say Python supports object oriented programming also. So that is a big thing about Python.